Okay, so here we have the Butterbell Butter Crock, and this is a great item to add to your kitchen if you like to have spreadable butter. Margarine has a lot of chemicals added to it, and most of the reason why people use margarine is it's supposed to be lower in fat, which it is, but they replace the fat with a lot of artificial chemicals, and I try to stay away from it and use just pure cream butter. This concept has been around since the 1600s. When people used to churn their own butter, they would then store it in a clay pot. So this butter crock is made of clay. It's clay pottery. In the 1900s, when they started rolling out refrigerators and ice boxes, the concept of this Butterbell butter crock went away because everybody just put their butter in the refrigerator. But as you know, butter cold has a spreadability problem. So in 1996, the company that this one is made is El Tremaine. This is the original Butterbell. They brought this concept back, and what they've done is they've created a storage for spreadable butter that you can leave on your counter for about 30 days before it goes bad. And the secret to this is water. So what you do is you add 1 full stick of butter into the bell part of this butter crock, and I'll show you how to do that in a moment. You add it and you make sure that you've got it leveled off. You want to start with butter that is not so soft that it gives easily to your fingers. You want it to only sit on the counter about 2 to 3 hours before you do this. And in the bottom part of the Butterbell, you're going to add 1/3 cup of chilled water. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to the bottom now. 1/3 cup fills the butter crock to about right here. The next thing you do is you add the butter to the Butterbell. This butter is soft but still firm enough that it holds its shape when I peel the paper off, which is important. If it were too runny or if you had any melted butter spilling off, it's not going to hold the water tension, which is what keeps the butter fresh. So you really want to pack the butter in here because you want to remove all the air pockets possible. Any pockets of air in here will allow, of course, air to get to the butter, and that could create a pocket of mold, which is what you're trying to avoid. So as you can see, it easily holds exactly 1 stick of butter. And so just pressing out the rest of the air and trying to make as much of a level surface as I can. Okay, so the way that you store this now is you're going to just invert this Butterbell and place it right into the crock part, and it will displace the water enough that the water will come up to about halfway in the crock, and that cool water will keep the butter good for 30 days. And so at any point over the month, you'll be able to just open this, let the water drip off, and your butter will be exactly this spreadable consistency. The other thing you need to keep in mind with these is you need to replace the water in here about every 3 to 4 days. And if you're in a particularly hot climate, you're going to want to maybe add an ice cube to this. This should stay at 70 degrees or cooler. So if you keep your house at 74 degrees, every 3rd day just add 1 ice cube to this and it'll keep it cool. So I hope you enjoy this as much as I have. You can get these for about $19.99 on Amazon.com. They come in all different colors, and they offer one for breast cancer awareness that's pink, and it has a little side spreader on the side. So again, I have this on my counter year round. I love having soft spreadable butter. It keeps me from having to eat all the chemicals that are in margarine.